Is this thing on? Hello, hello? Uh-oh. Another yapper with a mic. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Napkin in Between podcast. I am your host, Dejanay Jones. I hope everyone's been having a good week, except for that orange drink lady. Of course. I am really excited right now because, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm overwhelmed. I'm overstimulated. I'm so sorry if I'm like all over the place today because I'm going to a sacred event today and I'm really fucking excited. I'm really excited. Number one, that horse lady just stay taking my fucking money. But number two, I've been using Sacred since April, so 4 months now. I started using it after I big chopped my hair back in April, and my hair has never responded as positively to a product line as it has been responding to Sacred. Like, my hair is the healthiest it's ever been. It's more full, it's thicker, like overall just like way healthier than it's ever been. And so number one, I'm excited for, this product dropped, and I feel like that cowgirl lady know what she's doing because I'm waiting like a couple more months until my hair's a little bit longer, but I want to get braids, and the products that are coming out right now are for like braids and wigs and protective styles. And so I'm like, the timing is crazy. Like, girl, do you know me? Have you been watching my journey? Wait a minute. I'm being delusional, I know. Anyway, but I'm excited to be able to be one of the first people to, be able to get the product and test it out. Like, I'm going to have it. Like, obviously, I don't have enough hair for braids right now. Or maybe I do. Y'all think somebody might be able to grip this? I'm feeling very delusional this morning, obviously. But I'm just excited to have this opportunity, and it makes me very, very excited, and I feel very lucky to be in New York City. Like, I feel like I've moved around a bit. Like, I grew up in a small town in Pennsylvania, and then when I went to undergrad, I went to a small town in Pennsylvania again for college. I went to Juniata College, which was in a small town in Pennsylvania. Still kicking myself in the ass every time I think about it because, like, I didn't know what HBCUs were back when I was looking for a college. Had I known, I would have gone to an HBCU. That is like my biggest regret in life and in college in general is like not go. Well, my biggest regret is going to college regardless. Like, I don't really need a degree for the things that I want to do. Being as though, like, I do content creation and I'm a nanny, like, it helps with nannying for sure. People see my degrees, like the families I nanny for see my degrees and they love that I have a degree, but like, do I technically need it to nanny? No, they mainly look for experience, you know what I mean? So my first regret is going to college regardless, but like the fact that I didn't go to an HBCU, like, kicking myself in the ass every day for that. And also to my high school counselors, like, a big fuck you also for not telling me that HBCUs are even a thing. Like, hello? Like, I feel like everyone, if you're a guidance school counselor and you have Black students who, you're the counselor of, you should tell them about HBCUs because we just don't know about them. We don't even know that they're a thing. And so then, like I didn't even have that as an option to explore. I feel like that's bullshit. I feel like somebody should have to pay for my student loan debt because nobody told me that. Anyway, my biggest regret is going to college at all, but the fact that I didn't go to an HBCU, like, I'm kicking myself in the ass for that. So that was a crazy tangent. Went to a college in a small town in Pennsylvania, and then after that I went to the University of Pittsburgh for my master's. Mind you, I'm moving around all these places and I'm like, none of these places really fit my vibe. Like, I'm the type of person who, like, I like to go out, I like to have fun, I like to, experience life, but I also need space to, like, be calm and be quiet and be by myself. So I feel like that's what I was looking for in all of these places that I moved to. And so then I moved to Pittsburgh, which was a bigger city. It was more to do, but it was still very just not my vibe. And then after I graduated from college, I stayed in Pittsburgh for a little bit, and then I moved to Atlanta because my mom lives there, my nephews, and so I was like, I'll be closer to family. Atlanta, love the city to visit, to live, just not my place, right? So then I was like, fuck, okay, so like, what do I do? So then I was like, you know what? I was visiting New York City a lot. I had friends who lived here, and so I was always visiting them. So I was like, I might as well just move to New York City. Like, at this point, I'm visiting so much, it makes sense to move there. So then I moved to New York City, and I have just, like, this is my city. I absolutely love it here. I love the people. I love how there's just so many different cultures and just so many different people. Like, it is truly, truly the most amazing city that I've ever lived in, and I just feel so comfortable here. And I feel like a lot of time when people think of New York City, they think of like downtown, right? Like the busy, like bumping Times Square, and like there's people everywhere. It's always buzzing, whatever. And the part of New York City that I live in, it kind of smells like it kind of smells. What am I saying? It kind of feels like a small town because I live more uptown, right? So like the place that I live in, or like the part of the city that I live in, it's very quiet. There's like family owned businesses. There's like small coffee shops, and like just it feels kind of like a small town. Like when I walk outside, there's people, of course, but it's not like I'm running into people and it's like ridiculously crazy. But at the same time, I can still get to downtown New York in like 30-45 minutes and be around like Times Square. I can go to a Broadway show. I can, experience what people think of when they think of New York City. And so I feel very grateful because, number one, I feel like I've found my place. Like, I feel like that's so important for people, is to like not only find people around you who feel like home, but like the city that you live in, or the place that you live in, also you have to like match that vibe. You know what I mean? And so I feel like I've found that with New York City. And it also gives me the opportunity to do last minute things like this sacred event, because when the event was posted on, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, that there would be this sacred event, in the posting it said like the event is on Saturday and the location and time will be posted on Friday, day before the event, mind you. And so the fact that I live in New York City, like obviously for people who may have wanted to go to the event but don't live in the city, having the details of the event come out literally the day before, and not even like a full day before, because I was checking all day yesterday, like, when is this event? I need the time, right? Time didn't go up until like 10:30 last night. And I was trying to like be like, okay, well, she's in LA, so maybe she's operating on LA time for the, posting of the time, because technically that would be like 7:30. But the event is in New York. So, cowgirl lady, like, why would you wait until like literally like 12 hours before, because the event is 11 to 7 today, waited 12 hours before to drop the event? Like, girl, what if I wasn't in New York City and I wanted to go? Like, unless you have it like that, unless you big ball around here, you can't operate like that. But the fact that I live here and literally the event is like 30 to 45 minutes away from me via public transportation, like, I'm able to go. And I love that about the city, because it is like a major city, right? So it's like things like that do happen, like last minute events like this come up. So it's nice that I'm like here in the city, so that if I want to go to something like that, and it's like not even things like this, but like if I wanted to last minute go to a Broadway show, I can go. If I wanted to just go to Times Square, like whatever, I can go to that and then come back to my little quiet neighborhood uptown and also experience like small town, I say in quotes, because like I'm in New York City. So I guess it's not really a small town. Obviously it's still Manhattan, but it feels like a small town because it's not as busy. It's very quiet and it's very peaceful. So I feel like I need both sides to the coin. Like, I need to be able to do things if and when I want to do them, but I also need like my quiet time when I need that as well. So saying all that to say, this is the peak of my week. It's just feeling like I really just found the place that like really fits my vibe, and I can do those things, and I can go to events like this. Like, again, I've been using Sacred for 4 months now, and my hair has responded so positively to it. And the fact that it will be hopefully in a couple months getting braids again, because I miss being able to do stuff with my hair. Like, I love the low maintenance of like, I literally get up and I pick out my teeny weeny afro and I go. I love that. But I also want to be able to like get braids. And I mean, I guess I could have like done like a wig, but like also it's summer. Nobody's trying to wear a wig in the summer. Like, it feels like a fucking helmet. Like, it's so hot. Especially this summer in New York was brutal. We had several heat waves. It was ridiculous. And I didn't have enough hair to get braids. I'm not about to get a braided wig. Again, wigs feel like helmets. And no shade, I've never seen a good braided wig. No shade, no shade, no shade. But I'm just so excited. In a couple of months, I'll be able to, hopefully, as long as my hair keeps growing the way it has. I feel like if I found someone who tried hard enough, they could probably grip my hair right now, but I don't know that that would be the healthiest thing. It would be a really tight grip, and I'm not, like, again, my hair is as healthy as it's ever been right now, so I'm not trying to do anything to damage it, but I'm just so excited to go to this event. If that cowgirl lady is there, yo, I'm delusional. I'm being very delusional, but maybe I'm not. Maybe she might show up. It'd be her first outing or first appearance since the tour ended. So, I don't know. Maybe that cowgirl lady will be there. We'll see. But yeah, that has been the peak of my week, is just like feeling like this event and it being like last minute, I say in quotes, being that like the location and time were given so last minute, like it just solidifies for me that it's like, oh, I just love being here. Like, I love that I'm just like low key, it was still kind of stressful, like trying to figure out like where it was, or like waiting for the location to be dropped. But I knew like regardless of where it was, like I could make it work. You know what I mean? Like, and that's something that I just love about this city. It's like people are here literally just making it work, and the city has just so much opportunity for that. And I feel like, especially me wanting to be like a content creator, and, you know, there's so much here for that as well. So yeah, I just love it here. And I love Beyonce, and I love Black women. Like, that lady knows what she's doing. She knows that she could have revealed the location and time 2 hours before it started, and we were still gonna show up. Like, that's the power of a Black woman. Like, I love being a Black woman, and I don't know. I'm just feeling very grateful right now. I'm grateful for this city. I'm grateful for being able to go to this event. I'm grateful for Black women. Like, literally, I would not trade being a Black woman for anything else. Even though, you know, Black women are so disrespected and so underprotected. Like, I truly would not trade being a Black woman for anything else. Because here's the thing. If I wasn't a Black woman, I'd be a hating ass bitch too. I really would. I would be jealous and envious too, because it's like, damn, why her and not me? And I feel like that might sound what's the word I'm looking for? Narcissistic, but it's not narcissistic, because if it was narcissistic, I wouldn't be able to say it's narcissistic. Black women just really are the blueprint. And you know what? I get sick and tired of holding it in. Isn't that what Halle Bailey said? Like, yeah, I get it. I too would be very envious, and I would stare, and I would hate if I was not a Black woman. So I get it. For everyone who feels that way, hating from outside of the club, I too would be hating from outside of the club, but thankfully I got in. So I don't know. I just love being a Black woman, and I truly would not want to be anything else. So that has been the peak of my week. Being in the city, being able to go to last minute events like this, and being a Black woman. I just love Black women from infinity to infinity. So yeah, that's been the peak of my week. Please tell me the peak of your week, something that made you smile, kept you grounded, kept you sane in the chaos of the world. Speaking of Black women being the most underprotected and disrespected people in America, segueing into what we're going to talk about today, we need to talk about Nicole Collier and them literally holding her hostage in the Texas Capitol. So if you're unfamiliar with what I'm talking about, it started earlier this month, or maybe late last month. Too the fuck much is going on at all times. It's like damn near impossible to keep up. But Republicans in Texas wanted to redraw the congressional maps to essentially favor them in the 2026 midterm election so that they would keep control of the House. Democrats in the state left because they were supposed to vote on these new maps and the new outlining of the districts. And so Democrats left the state in order to stall the voting process so that they couldn't redraw these maps. Once they came back, they met back at the Capitol, and all the Democrats were essentially given permission slips in order to leave the Capitol. They had to be escorted by police and, you know, essentially be under basically a watchdog, a watch pig, if you will, to make sure that they didn't leave the state so that the vote would no longer be stalled and that they could approve the redrawn districts. All the Democrats, with the exception of Nicole, signed this permission slip essentially to leave the Capitol with their guard pig. Nicole Collier refused to sign it, and so they kept her in the Capitol and would not allow her to leave unless she signed this permission slip to have this guard pig over her to make sure she didn't leave the state so that they could vote about the new maps. She spent, I believe it was 2 nights in the Capitol, sleeping on the Capitol floor. She had her bonnet, her sleep mask, and I think maybe an air mattress or something on the Capitol floor in Texas, and was not allowed to leave because she refused to have this guard pig. And the only reason that they allowed her to leave is because they eventually were able to pass these new maps without needing her vote, and so she was allowed to leave. I'm trying to find it because, like, what the fuck are we talking about? Genuinely, what are we talking about? First of all, a black woman being held hostage and not allowed to leave because she wouldn't abide by their ridiculous fucking permission slips is fucking crazy. In fucking sane. Because she refused to, play into their game and trying to redraw these districts, which, mind you, the redrawing of these districts, number one, it makes it so that Republicans would be in favor of, in the upcoming midterm elections in 2026. But also, it's essentially, and not even essentially, it is voter suppression, because now with these new drawn districts, it takes 3 Hispanic people's vote to equal 1 white person's vote and 5 black people's vote to equal 1 white person's vote. We are quite literally going back in time. 3/5 ring a bell to anybody? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? We're literally going back into time. And because obviously Nicole Collier knew this and knew that these redrawn maps were quite literally voter suppression and cheating in the next election, she refused to do it, and they locked her in the Capitol and would not let her leave. And the news is trying to paint this as, oh, she was just protesting. She would have been allowed to leave. It was like a protest. No, it wasn't a fucking protest. They literally kidnapped this woman and held her hostage in the Capitol because the only other way that she could leave was to have this guard pig over her so that they could pass these bullshit maps that now make it impossible for a black person or Hispanic person's vote to matter in Texas. I need Democrats to stand the fuck up. First of all, the fact that she was the only Democrat to refuse to sign this permission slip is fucking crazy. Like, why was she the only Democrat who attempted to stand up to these Republicans? Like, I get that they all left the state. That was great. I love that they did that because it stalled the vote, right? But once they returned back, it's like, I don't want to say that they just gave in, because I don't think that it's that simple to say. But it's like, why did you sign this thing to play into their game? Like, that's the thing that frustrates me with Democrats is, like, I feel like oftentimes Democrats will try to, like, play by the rules or, like, do things according to, how they're supposed to. But it's like Republicans aren't doing that. And so if we're continuing to follow all of the rules and do everything by the book, whatever, so that there's checks and balances, but the Republicans are not playing by the rules, they're literally cheating, they're always going to have the upper hand. And I'm so tired of Democrats trying to, like, play it. I don't want to say they're playing it safe, but it's like they're trying to follow, the democracy, but, like, democracy's fucking dead. Okay? The democracy is fucking dead because the Republicans and Trump are doing whatever the fuck they want to do. They've thrown everything out. There's no checks and balances. And it's like, there's no one to protect regular, normal fucking people, because these fucking billionaires and these Republicans and these politicians who will always be okay, regardless of whatever laws any Republican passes, they'll be okay. You know what I mean? Like, this is only going to affect the everyday person. And this is why I get so frustrated with Trump supporters who are, no shade, but they barely have a working tooth in their mouth. They don't have proper health care. They're living paycheck to paycheck. They're like, can't even afford groceries. They're saying they're fucking voting for Trump because they want lower egg prices and they have to count slices of fucking cheese. But you're voting for this billionaire who does not give a fuck about you, who would walk over you if you're laying fucking dead. Make that make fucking sense for me. The way that billionaires and Trump have convinced these poor people, or these people who are struggling financially, that they actually give a fuck about them and they fucking believe that shit. Open the schools. Open the schools. Like, what do you mean you think Trump? And then I'm seeing people now be like, oh, groceries are getting more expensive. Egg prices haven't gone down. Gas prices. No fucking shit, Sherlock. Like, the fact that you believed that was actually going to be a thing that happened, and so you voted for him, like, you're fucking stupid. He played in your face and you fucking let him. That's why I have no, I'm sorry, people are like, we need to show empathy, like, they were bamboozled, they were swindled, No, you weren't. No, you weren't. You'll never convince me that you genuinely thought that you would have a better value of life if Trump were president. You just hated the thought of a woman, a black woman at that, being president. So your misogyny and your racism overtook your fucking common sense, and then you voted for Trump. And so I have no fucking sympathy for you. I have no sympathy for you, and I never fucking will, honestly. Like, I hope you get everything that you voted for. And I hate that people who did not vote for this are also getting what they didn't vote for, because you dumb fucks couldn't put your misogyny or racism aside to vote for not only other people, but for yourself. Like, I will never forgive anyone who voted for this man. And I hope that you continue to get every fucking thing you voted for. I will always wish that on you, because that's what you voted for. This is what you wanted. So don't come crying now talking about some, oh my God, I regret my vote. Like, I saw a couple weeks ago, this Hispanic man got stopped by the border, by by Border Patrol, because they were questioning if he was in the country legally. And he's like, this isn't what I voted for. Like, I have my birth certificate here. Like, this isn't what I wanted. No, this is what you wanted. You just didn't think that it was actually going to affect you. You thought for whatever the fuck reason that you would be exempt, when they're literally, like, if your skin is too brown, they are going to think that you're undocumented immediately. And the fact that there are minorities who thought that they would be fine and voted for this shit, dumb as a box of fucking rocks. Dumb as a box of fucking rocks. Like, oh my God, it literally makes my blood boil, because like, I genuinely, like, it all boils down to misogyny and racism. At the end of the day, there's no way you can convince me that you thought that this would be a better world and like things would be cheaper and Trump was going to do anything of value to anyone who's not a fucking billionaire. You're fucking stupid. Like, literally, there's no other way to say it. You're fucking stupid. But the fact that Republicans and Trump are continuously doing these things, and I've said this before, like, he's just going to keep doing things because he's trying to see what he can get away with. You'll never convince me that he won that election fair and square, ever. And so the fact that he got away with that and cheated his way into the White House, he's going to continue to do things like cheating to make sure that he remains in power, Republicans remain in power. And it's like, I need Democrats to stand the fuck up. If you genuinely, like you say, you care about the people, you work for the people, then stand the fuck up and clock the fuck in and do that. Like, we can't keep playing by the rules. There are no fucking rules at this point. There's no fucking rules. And if we keep trying to do things by the book, he's just going to keep getting away with this shit. And so I did see that in California and in New York, they're also trying to redraw maps to kind of like, it's giving PENDAS, right? It's kind of trying to cancel out everything. But it's like, we need more. We need more. That's not enough. If they're going to go low, we got to go to hell. respectfully. Like, we just can't keep doing this shit. We cannot keep living like this. We cannot keep trying to play by the rules while they're just gonna keep going deeper and deeper and deeper into their bullshit and fuckery and cheating shit. And like, oh, I feel like the super villains are winning. Where are the superheroes? Where are the Avengers? Like, assemble. Where are you? Assemble. There's absolutely no reason that one singular black woman should be the one standing up to these fuck ass people and saying fuck you and your bullshit, I'm not signing this shit. And that it should have been no reason that she was the only person who continued that fight in trying to delay these new congressional maps, because it is voter suppression, it is cheating, and the more they get away with, the more they're going to do. Like, I don't, like, yo, this shit makes my fucking blood boil, because what actually are we doing? Y'all say a lot of words, y'all talk a lot of talk, but like, are y'all really standing 10 toes behind this shit? It doesn't seem like it. Because why are these things still happening? Why is it that, you know, Trump felt like, oh, I got away with this cheating. I got into the White House. Let's just continue to cheat some more. And everyone is just like letting this shit happen? What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Like, it literally makes my blood boil, and it makes me so fucking upset. Because it genuinely feels like, who's going to continue to stand up for us and do the things that need to be done so that this fucking country isn't like continuing to go to shit? It's already going to shit, but like, what? I don't even have words. Bitch, I'm stuttering. Because what the fuck? There's no words for this shit, because it's just bullshit. It's truly just bullshit. And every single person who claims to care needs to be standing the fuck up. It cannot just be black women. Like, it's always just black women, and they don't want to fucking listen to us. Like, let's be for real. They don't want to listen to us. So who are they going to listen to? More people have to stand up. And when I say more people, it needs to be people who look like them. Meaning the people who look like these racist fucking assholes who are trying to continue with this fuckery and this bullshit. Because, unfortunately, I'm not talking about MAGA. People who are too deep into MAGA, unless they work themselves to unbrainwash themselves, they're too far gone. Does that suck to admit? Yes, but it doesn't make it any less true. Some people are too far gone. But there are people who are, for whatever reason, no shade, on the fence about, you know, should I be listening to Trump? Should I not? Those are the people that we need to target, because they're not fully gone yet. And for the most part, those people are white people, right? So we need more. When I say we need more people, specifically, we need more white men and white women to stand the fuck up and call this bullshit out. Because the people who are on the fence, like the white people, the majority who are on the fence, unfortunately, they're not going, the first person they're listening to is not going to be a black woman, right? Because that's internalized racism that they need to also unpack. But we need to take baby steps. We can't just, unfortunately, racism is so embedded into our society that unless you're working actively to unpack that shit, it's gonna control your life in every fucking way. And they're not gonna want to listen to black women. So when I say we need people to stand up, obviously we need, you know, black people as well. And black people have. But we also do need white people to stand up and call this bullshit out, because that's who they're gonna listen to first. Again, does that suck? Yes, but it doesn't make it any less true, because that is also internalized racism that they need to unpack and they need to work through. So for white people who say, like, I want to use my privilege, I want to, you know, make a change, whatever, stand the fuck up. It's time to clock in. It's time to call this shit out. And I saw one white man and one white woman talk about how racist and disgusting these new maps in Texas are. That's a good start, but we need more. We need more, because that's who they are going to listen to before they listen to anybody else. Exercise your privilege. White people, clock the fuck in, get in the field, do whatever you gotta do, continue to call this shit out, because like, I'm scared for this country, bro. Like, I want to leave so bad. I do. Like, me and Talia, my roommate, we always talk about doing 90 day the other way. So like getting a fiance outside of the US so that we can leave. We're just talking about it. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. But I'm so afraid for literally everyone in this country. And I feel like that's what people don't understand too. It's like right now, for the majority, it is affecting, black people and people of color, minorities. But like, unless you're a fucking billionaire, at some point, this is going to affect you as well. And if you keep trying to like shy away from calling it out or, not standing up and using your privilege, like at some point, it's only going to be you who's left to fight for you. You're going to be looking around. There's like a poem. I can't remember the exact poem, but it's like, this person was targeted and I didn't say anything because it didn't affect me. And then they moved on to this person and I didn't say anything because it didn't affect me. And it goes down. And then at the end, it's like, and now they're coming for me and there's no one else around to help me because I didn't help anybody else. Like, we have to start thinking more of as a community. And just a closing thought to anyone who doesn't know or forgot, there is the opportunity to overthrow the government. It's in our Constitution. If we the people, because the government is supposed to be working for us, and if we feel like the government is no longer working for us, and not only not working for us, but harming us, we do have the opportunity and the power to overthrow the government. So now I will say, I don't feel as though black people specifically, but also minorities, should be on the front lines of that. Because especially for black people, check the exit polls. We did what we showed up. Black people showed the fuck up. Shout out to 92% in the 80%. So do I think that we should be at the front lines of that? No. So that's why I said, white people, when y'all are ready, and other minorities too, because I ain't forgot about the exit polls from the Latino community, the Asian community. I ain't forget. The North remembers. But for the majority, it was white people. I know that. So when y'all are ready to be on them front lines so that we can overthrow this shit, y'all let me know. Y'all call me. Oh, y'all call me. Because I'm ready. I'm ready when y'all are ready. But I'm not about to be on the front lines. I'm not about to put myself on the front lines. Of course. We ain't about to do that. But when y'all ready, let me know. Because we can get in the field. But y'all go first. Y'all first, then me. Y'all first, then me. I don't know. This shit is crazy. And it's too the fuck much going on, and I need somebody to really step up and do something. And when I say somebody, I mean Democrats, and when I say Democrats, I mean the white ones, because I'm not seeing enough. I'm seeing a lot of this. For the audio listeners, I'm pointing to the back of my hand, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of this. And for the audio listeners, again, I'm pointing to the front of my hand. We need more of this, because unfortunately, this is who they're going to listen to before they listen to this. So get in the field. Lock the fuck in. Somebody got to do something, because again, the more he's able to get away with, the more he is going to do. And it's like, there's only so much he can do before it gets to a point of no return. I like to, at least for me, wishful thinking, and to keep my sanity, I have to think that we're not at that point of no return just yet. So since we're not there yet, y'all lock the fuck in. And let's turn this shit around, because I feel like every day is something new, something's going on, and it can't only be black women. Everybody, we all need to lock the fuck in and get in that field. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's episode. I hope everyone's having a good day, except for that orange drink lady, and I will talk to you in the next episode. Peace and love. Talk to you later. The Napkin in Between, hosted by Dejanay Jones, produced by Dejanay Jones, post-production by Dejanay Jones, music by Sam Champagne, and graphics by Isma Vidal. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next episode.